How you doing? Welcome to my on-off channel that I upload to so frequently. Now, if you've been subscribed for a minute, you know this channel's on and off. At least this channel, and I also have like 17,000 other channels. But if you've been subscribed to my Mudductions channel, I usually upload pretty frequently to that, and I was pretty much gone for a while. And there's a reason for that. That's what this video is about. I actually found a really cool job. I myself am struggling with it right now because I'm still learning how to actually do the job because it's all commission. It's one of those jobs that like how much you put into it is how much you get out of it, and so that's why I love it, because that's what I've always wanted. Something that, you know, if you put in an effort, it actually matters. So the reason I was gone for so long is because I was actually in Texas for 4 months, I guess. It feels like a lot longer, but I was there for 4 months. The trip up there was like the scariest thing. I found this job from a friend on Facebook. He just posted on Facebook if anyone's looking for a job, and I was like, might as well. Like, I was happy with the job. I mean, not really happy because it's a job, but I was fine with where I was at because I was chilling, you know, recording games and stuff. But I was like, I'll look into it, you know, might as well learn more about it. It sounded not real at all, so I was a little worried. I was like, but you know, a friend wouldn't screw me over like that. So words of a gullible person right there, actually. Watch your back, guys. I'm not saying that friend screwed me over. I'm just saying don't trust everyone like that. Hopefully you know that. Anyways, so yeah, I pretty much had like 4 phone calls before I drove all the way up to Texas to like really try to confirm the job was real and like ask a bunch of questions. So on my way up there, I had to borrow Ashley's car because my car at the time and still now is being worked on. And so we checked the car before I left, and we noticed the front tire was a little worn down, but I figured, you know, I'll drive on it till it pops and just change the tire pretty much. It's a 17-hour drive from where I'm at to Texas, and literally an hour into the road, I just get into New Mexico, and tire pops, and it is 2 o'clock in the morning. A dark freeway, and I didn't think it would pop that soon, but it did. So we had a spare, which we believed was a full size. It was not. It was a donut, and it wouldn't hold air. So after spending about 20 minutes changing the tire, I started driving again. I was like, oh man, I can feel it like swaying that way. I'm like, okay, I'll stop and put air in it. Realizing as I start to drive, it's not holding air, it's pulling again. I'm like, crap. So I'm stranded in New Mexico with pretty much no money, and I'm exhausted because for some reason I decided to stay up all day and then leave at midnight. And so I stop at this like $60 a night hotel, and I have to wait until morning to be able to get a new tire for this car because everything is closed. So I go into this hotel, and it's not like a big chain hotel. It's just like some, like, you know, side of the road rundown hotel. I go in there and I put down like a $20 bill, and I'm like, I'm only gonna be here for like 3 or 4 hours. Will this do? And they were like, yeah, sure. So I only paid like I think it was $20 or $30 for a couple hours just to be there. I bring in my fan and stuff. I take a nap until morning, and I told the lady a specific time. I think I said 7. And so I woke up and I started doing research, try to find the tire. Nowhere around me had the tire, so we had to call AAA, which took another hour to get to me, to drive me an hour away to a Walmart that didn't even have the correct tire. We had to find a mismatching tire that would just work to get me to Texas. But I woke up and like I was looking out and like trying to see, and the lady wasn't trying to kick me out. And I went to the office, and it was like you couldn't go in without ringing the doorbell, and so she had to open the door to let me in. She wasn't doing that, and so I pretty much stayed there until 12 in the afternoon, and I was supposed to be out of there like 5 hours before that. So pretty much the guy came and picked me up, and it was like 12, and I was like, okay, and I just threw the key in the drop-off thing. And so yeah, I spent like $20 for like a full night's hotel. It was not a good hotel, but you know, yeah, he drove me to the Walmart. I got a new tire. It was like $130 for one freaking tire, and then I was on my way. It was probably 4 in the afternoon at that point, and I was like, damn, I'm losing so much time, but you know, it wasn't really an option. At some point later that night. I don't remember if it was like early in the morning. No, I think it was, I know it was sometime while the sun was down. So I don't know if it was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, sometime at night. I got pulled over for the very first time because my license plate lights were out. The lights that light up your license plate were out. I got pulled over for that in the middle of the desert, pretty much. Thank you, Texas. I finally get to the apartment that the companies let us stay at. At this point, I've been driving for, I think, like 3 days straight. Or sorry, I've been awake for like 3 days straight. I only took a little bit of a nap at a hotel, so I slept for like 2 hours there to wake up to try to figure out what I was doing. Literally on the way there, like when I was like 3 hours away from it, I was like doing this, hitting my head on the chair, like trying to stay awake because I couldn't stop because I was trying to hurry up and get there. I already missed 2 months of work because I was still trying to figure out the paperwork and figuring out if I wanted to go because I didn't know if I trusted it. So like by the time I committed to going there and like thinking like, what am I doing? I literally was in Texas. I was in Austin, Texas. And I remember thinking this, I'm like, this is such a huge mistake. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I'm leaving my fiance, we've been engaged for a couple months, and I'm just going to Texas on this new job that I was recommended that could apparently give me $100,000 in 4 months. And I'm like, there's no way, this is fake. Why am I doing this? Falling asleep while I'm driving there. I get there, I meet my roommate. I don't know if I should say how I meet him because I don't know if he probably wouldn't care if I told you how I met him, but I'll leave it out. But it was the best way ever to meet your roommate. Anyways, he opened the door and he was just like, hey, he just woke up. It was like 6 or 7 in the morning. Showed me the room. I unpacked and everything. And like immediately, even though I was like on 2 hours of sleep within 3 days, I was like, hey, so like, I haven't heard much about this job. I heard you can make this much. Is it true? Like, did I just drive for 16 hours for no reason? Like, am I screwed? Because I spent like my last dollars getting there. And then he showed me his paycheck and I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, it's possible. So thankfully the long drive was not like for nothing. Now, within those 4 months, I definitely did not make that much money. And it was not because the company is bad. So within those 4 months, we work from Monday through Saturday, meetings usually at 11 a.m. and out the door by 1 p.m. and usually don't get home until 9, 10. That's Monday through Friday. And then Saturdays, we do meetings at 9, try to leave by 10, 11, and then don't get home until 10 again. So I did that for the first like 2 months. And then the last 2 months of it, I was trying really hard to be successful because at that moment I had to keep borrowing money from people because I'm learning a new job that's strictly commission and I was struggling. So I was like, dude, I'm going full into this. Like my roommate Ryle, he's the man. He held me up pretty much the entire time I was there, honestly. Without that dude, I would have probably had to quit because he pretty much my sugar daddy while I was out there. But yeah, I followed him around for a bit and he pretty much made me realize what I needed to do to be good at that job, because I like followed him door to door and like saw what he was doing and like picked up on that, and he's just one of the best in that office when I was there. And so like I definitely could have followed all these other people, but like I wanted to stick with him because, you know, he's the best. And so after doing that for a bit, like I started to pick up in sales again, and then after like I started to do really good, I had Ashley come visit me, and then I was like, oh, you know what, now that I'm doing fine, I'm gonna kind of slow down this week because I did a whole month without taking a break. And then that was a mistake. Never, when you're on a roll, do not take a break, okay? Just keep going. Because after I did that, all my sales went downhill and I stopped making money. So I went there and made like a quarter of what I wanted to make, but unfortunately had to spend all that money on my car and like food and getting back home and like all that stuff. And so really I didn't get to see that money. But honestly, like, it's such an experience doing that job. And I don't know if I should say the job. It's weird how online works. I don't know what's okay to say and stuff that I should be saying. But pretty much, that's why I was gone for 4 months. I had a schedule where I literally was just wake up, go to work. That's it. I didn't really have a social life besides my coworkers. And when they went out, I would stay home because I would eat and go to sleep. Like, and now that I've been home, I rearranged my office. I helped Ashley clean the entire house and then rearrange the house. We got a new kitten. If you guys saw the Muddy vlogs, her name's Lucifer. The sweetest little thing. Unfortunately, she had ringworm, so she brought that home, and we've been dealing with that as well, which was fun, but it's fine because she's a cutie. And then a bunch of little things here and there. Unfortunately, like Ashley ran into issues with her job this month, so pretty much she's starting something new now. And so honestly, this month has been, besides YouTube and Twitch, this month has been super rough, like super rough. But now she's starting something new. I have a backlog of like 2 weeks of uploads ready for YouTube, so I can focus on doing my job. So pretty much I'm gonna focus on my job now that I have this backlog, and I can just upload it. But I'm still gonna have my Twitch streams and stuff, you know, between work. And then I have this really cool idea for December to do a video with Ashley. Pretty much I want to give to people. Like if you guys don't know, every year I do a charity stream, a 24-hour charity stream. I don't know how I'm gonna do it this year, I'll be honest. I cannot even keep up with I'm staying up right now, and I'm like 12 hours into it, and I don't even know how. But yeah, I do a 24-hour stream every year. This year it's gonna be December 17th. It starts December 17th, ends on December 18th. I don't remember. I said some sort of time, but I'll upload it to here, and we're gonna do a charity for animals, I guess. Ashley's picking the charity, but it'll be some sort of thing to support animals and animal shelters or something. But we're gonna do that, and then I also want to go to like a Walmart and stuff and give out whatever I can. Pretty much, I just really want to, in the month of December, I really want to give stuff away. So I'm gonna try super hard in the month of November to work really hard and hopefully make enough money to be able to give away stuff, especially during our 24-hour charity stream. I want to kick off the charity stream by giving my own big donation, but you know, let's see how well I do this month. But yeah, that's where I've been for 4 months. I think it's been a little bit longer on this, honestly. Now I can't really promise that there's gonna be a ton of content uploaded on this right now, mostly because I'm trying to get everything together in life in general. But I do want to at least have Muddy vlogs going up every Wednesday, and then I'm possibly starting this new like news thing every Monday. I'm not sure. I'll update you guys soon. But thank you so much for watching this. I just wanted to tell you guys where I've been, and I'm super grateful for that job. I'm going to continue doing that job, even though it's a little nerve-wracking, strictly commissioned, but in the end it should pay off. Something I learned while being out in Texas is just, so every morning we have a motivational, and the thing is with that environment with Vivint, I said the name, there you go, whatever, with Vivint, they're big on being motivational, and so there was like a motivational quote every single day. The group was always having good energy. Towards the end it was kind of rocky because everyone was kind of tense because we haven't been really taking breaks, you know, we've been working super long and all that. But what I learned, and even though that I didn't make what I thought I was going to make while I was out there, because again, I'm new, it comes with experience. You're not going to achieve what you don't go for. If I didn't just say, because believe me, everyone was telling me don't go to Texas because it's this job that no one heard of, no one's out there, I don't have family, friends, nothing. If you don't just risk it all to try new things, you're never gonna get anywhere. And honestly, I am set back way further than I was before I left. And even though it's super stressful, this is a part of that process. It's like when I started Paranormal Queen. Literally, I asked my friend if she wanted to be a part of it, Elaney. We had absolutely no idea what we were doing, and I just gathered whatever things I had. My freaking teddy bear, like a teddy bear that repeated voices. We used that for ghost hunting. Locations we didn't have any contact with. We just went there and just talked about the show, and they let us film there. Or like we heard certain areas and tried to get into it, right? Literally just putting your foot out there and trying is what made me be able to do that. And that show wasn't like the big success I wanted to be. It was one of my most successful things. Some of you are actually here from that show, and I appreciate you being here. And on top of that, I spent, at the time, money that I didn't have on the show to try and improve the quality and stuff. And it's just like that, taking the risk to see what happens. You don't know until you try. I don't know what this video turned into, okay? I just want to make sure everyone who watches this and anyone who subscribes to me, I want to put onto whoever watches me what I've gained knowledge from, which is really go for what you want and pretty much risk what you need to get where you need. And so I'm gonna continue putting my foot forward and to whatever I can to succeed and to pretty much bring more to you guys and to be more comfortable in life, as I hope everyone who watches this does. And you know, I have a big announcement coming in December. I think I plan on releasing it like December 1st or something like that, but there's a big announcement coming, something I'm working with a group of people. Next year I want to be a big year for Mudductions. It's not gonna be what I planned exactly, because I'm getting married that year, and I'm also doing another trip with Vivian, and so it's gonna be hard to film what I wanted to film, but for those two things it's very worth it. But the years after that, I think the year after that will finally be what I wanted the channel to be, but hopefully I can film some of that between that. Either way, just be patient with me. Hopefully Paranormal Queen can come back next year. Sadly, I really wanted to come back this year, but we didn't have the budget for the show that we wanted, so we couldn't do it. But sorry for this long random video, random inspirational stuff at the end there, but I hope it helped someone. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this whole video. I know it's probably super long, but I ranted. Thank you for allowing me to do that. Later.